Alright, let's settle this once and for all. Who would win in a fight? Spider-Man or the Hulk? We've all debated it. We've seen it in comics, but let me tell you about the time at Asterisk. Really, Asterisk happened. Not in some alternate universe, but right in the middle of Times Square, and it ended in a way nobody, and I mean asterisk nobody asterisk, saw coming. It all started on a Tuesday. Really, really bad Tuesday for Bruce Banner. He'd just tried to buy a hot dog, but the vendor was out of mustard. Now, for you and me, that's an inconvenience. For Bruce Banner, it's the start of an extinctional event. The skin starts turning green, the shirt starts ripping, and suddenly, the no-mustard incident becomes the Hulk smashes Midtown catastrophe. Hulk is rampaging, using taxis as tennis balls and billboards as frisbees. The Avengers are off-world, dealing with some cosmic threat, as usual. It's always when you need them most, right? So, who's left to handle a giant green rage monster with a grudge against condiments? Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, of course. Peter Parker was actually on his way to a date with Mary Jane. He had flowers, reservations at a nice but not too expensive Italian place. The whole deal. Then he gets the alert, sees the Hulk turning Broadway into his personal bowling alley. He sighs, tucks the flowers into a web pouch on his back, and swings into action. "Hey, big guy!" Spidey yells, landing gracefully on a lamppost. "Heard you were having a bad day? Did someone steal your sweet roll?" I hate it when that happens. Hulk just roars and swats at him. Spider-Man, being Spider-Man, dodges with a backflip. "Whoa, easy there, Jolly Green. I'm just here to talk. We can go get some shawarma, my treat. I know a place that has all the sauces. Mustard, ketchup, that weird white sauce." Hulk wasn't in a talking mood. He grabs the lamppost Spidey is on and swings it like a baseball bat. Peter leaps off, webbing onto the side of a building. Okay, so no shawarma. Got it. More for me then. This is where the classic Spider-Man strategy comes into play. Annoy the big guy until he gets tired. It's a risky plan, but it's the only one he has. For the next 20 minutes, it's a beautiful, chaotic ballet. Hulk smashes, Spidey swings. Hulk throws a bus. Spidey creates a giant web net to catch it, gently lowering it to the ground. The passengers inside are terrified, but also kind of thrilled. One guy is even live streaming the whole thing. "Come on, Hulk," Spidey quips, zipping around his head. "Is that all you got? My Aunt May hits harder than that when I forget to take out the recycling." This predictably only makes Hulk angrier. He lets out a roar that shatters every window for 3 blocks. Peter realizes his usual tactics aren't working. Hulk is just getting more and more destructive. He's tried webbing his eyes, his feet, even tried to make a giant web hammock to trap him. Nothing works. The webs just snap. He's running out of web fluid and, more importantly, running out of jokes. He lands on a rooftop, breathing heavily. He looks down at the chaos, sees the scared faces of people hiding in doorways. He knows he can't win this with punches. Hulk is infinitely strong. But Peter Parker has something Hulk doesn't. A ridiculous, almost stupid amount of hope. It's a really weird sense of humor. He looks at the wilted flowers sticking out of his web pouch. An idea sparks. A dumb idea. A terrible, career-endingly dumb idea. The kind of idea that only works in comic books, or in this case, right now. He swings down, not with a punch, but with a new sense of purpose. He lands directly in front of the Hulk. He doesn't get into a fighting stance. He just stands there, hands up in a placating gesture. Okay, you win," Spidey says, his voice echoing in the now silent Times Square. "You're the strongest one there is. I get it. You win." Hulk pauses. This is new. Usually tiny Spider-Man keeps fighting. He grunts, confused. Hulk is strongest. "Yes, you are." Peter agrees, talking to him like a child. No question. Uncontested. Champion of the world. "But before you do your victory smash, ... Can I ask you one thing?" Hulk narrows his eyes. He's still angry, but he's also curious. He gives a slow, hesitant nod. Spider-Man takes a deep breath. This is it. The fate of New York City rests on what he's about to do. He looks the Hulk dead in the eyes. Knock, knock, silence. Complete and utter silence. You could hear a pin drop, if all the pins hadn't been smashed into oblivion. Even the guy who was live streaming lowers his phone. Hulk just stares. His green face is a mask of pure confusion. Hulk ... what he growls. "It's a joke," Spider-Man says, his voice a little too high-pitched. "You're supposed to say who's there? Come on, play along." Knock, Knock. Hulk stares at him for a solid 30 seconds. It feels like an eternity. He looks at his own giant fists, then back at the tiny man in red and blue. He thinks you can almost see the gears turning in his massive green head. Finally, in a low, gravelly rumble, he says, "Who there?" Peter almost faints with relief. Hulk. Now the confusion is back, tenfold. Hulk points a giant finger at his own chest. Hulk is Hulk. No, that's not the punchline. Spidey says, trying not to laugh. You're supposed to say Hulk. Who? Hulk processes this new information. He furrows his brow. Hulk. ... Who? And then, Spider-Man delivers the line that saved the city. With all the sincerity he can muster, looks up at the monster who was just about to flatten him and says, "Hulk, Hogan, brother." And then he does it. He rips the front of his own suit, just a little, like Hulk Hogan would rip his shirt. It's the stupidest, most ridiculous thing anyone has ever done in the history of superhero battles, and the Hulk starts to chuckle. It starts as a low rumble in his chest, a sound like an earthquake starting. Then it gets louder. The chuckle turns into a full-blown laugh, deep, booming, earth-shaking laugh that's not filled with rage but with genuine amusement. He's laughing so hard, he starts to shrink. The green recedes, the muscles deflate, and within a minute, standing in the wreckage of Times Square is not the Hulk, but a very confused and very tired Bruce Banner, wearing the tattered remains of his pants. He looks at Spider-Man, who is still holding his ripsuit pose. "Hulk Hogan?" Bruce asks, rubbing his head. Spider-Man lets his arms fall. He's a wrestler. It was all I could think of. Bruce looks around at the destruction. Was I upset about the mustard again? Afraid so, Doc, Spidey says, walking over and putting a friendly hand on his shoulder. But hey, we worked it out. You just needed a good laugh. He then looks at the wilted flowers on his back. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I've missed a dinner reservation. And that's the story. That's the day Spider-Man beat the Hulk. Not with a punch, not with a web, but with the worst knock-knock joke in the history of the universe. It just goes to show you, sometimes the strongest weapon isn't your fist, but your sense of humor. Even if it's a really, really bad one. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more untold stories from the Marvel Universe. See you next time.